Have you got the chance to reach out to Caitlin?
Hey, man. Come on with that.
Relax. Have you got a chance to reach out to Caitlin? Trinity, have you gotten a chance? The basketball world wants to know if you've gotten a chance to reach out to her.
We all need to chill out. We all do, from the media and in the WNBA within the playing circles. And I'll start there to explain myself. A lot of the old heads are saying, oh, this is just like the NBA. It reminds us of the 80s when it was more of a physical style of play. You had these two young superstars, these rookies, Magic and Bird, and here it would be Reese, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, and that brought so much money into the game. And then about a few years later, the NBA told everybody to chill out. They're going to take the physical style out of that, and we got to raise up our superstar player, which was Michael Jordan. We can't have you keep following this man because you can't hurt the money. We don't have time to wait for that. And the reason why the 80s were a whole lot different now, because it is a whole lot less social media. The crazies out there, which case in point are the people waiting for these ladies to get off a bus so they could go play a game, to heckle them. The crazies can easily get on their phone, find out where they're playing, find out general where the hotel is or where they're going to be at, and then from their social media and go to where they are. And it is a very dangerous situation. So second half, the WNBA, period, within it, I don't know who the commissioner is. I should have looked it up before I hit record. My apologies. But the commissioner has to step in. We don't have 10 years to tamper down the physical play. No. This is becoming untenable because everybody has a following now, especially, these new superstars such as Angel Reese and such as, not just Caitlin Clark. Cameron Brink has a great following. In a few years, Juju Watkins has an unbelievable following. So you're going to have all these supporters watching this physical play. And when they come to your city, if you roughed up their superstar, what's going to happen? And what if somebody crazier decides to do something else? And the money is not in the WNBA just yet. They don't have NBA level security, and the superstars don't have the money to have a Michael Jordan Last Dance security where I got 4 people around me at all times, specialized. And when I pull up in a Ferrari, they got the semi-auto ready to go. They don't have that just yet. Okay, they don't have that kind of money, and they don't have that kind of money to have their entourages around them. You think you could just walk up on John Morant? Hell no. You could Google and see that's not what's going to be happening. You can't run up on LeBron James. You think I get within 5 feet of LeBron without security guards, his own personal security guards looking at me crazy like, who are you? So the money's not in the game, and these crazies have way more access to social media, and they're trying to go viral. They're trying to get more money in their account. So we have to make sure we are chilling out on all fronts. The media is included. The physical play in the game is included as well. I mean, you look at it 2 weeks ago, you had Miss Thomas, who plays for the Connecticut Sun, lay out Angel Reese. You had Caitlin Clark getting pushed down to the ground on a few different occasions. It wasn't just the Carter situation in Chicago. It was a few different ones. Then you got the whole big beef between Phoenix and Skylar in Seattle, where she's laying on the court with a bloody mouth, and they're winning. They're up 20, and they decided to target her and put her on the ground. That the WNBA has to actually step in. They don't need an internal memo, nothing like that. They need to have everybody on a Zoom, and if the commissioner needs to go to each team and have a meeting and say, look, we're going to be way more aggressive with the physical play. This is not good for our game right now. It is getting to a point where y'all can't get into a city maybe safely. And by the way, it's getting out of hand on the court. Yeah, we got more people coming, but yeah, we have to keep it to the basketball. We got to keep it to the product, because that's exactly what the NBA did in the 90s, and it went through the roof. All right. If you want the more money to come in, you want to make it better for the game and for these ladies that are coming behind you or there now, you have to understand this is getting crazy. People are going bat shit over a Team USA selection. Yeah, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese aren't going to be on the Team USA team. That team is stacked. Let me read this to you all. Let me go over this roster that was announced that's been reported. It hadn't been confirmed, but it's been reported by a lot of vetted reporters. It leads with Asia Wilson, Brianna Stewart, Deanna Taurasi, Alicia Thomas, Brittany Griner, and that's who we should be galvanizing. By the way, you play that country in the Olympics, it's gonna go crazy. So Miss Collier, Jewel Lloyd, Kelsey Plume, Jackie Young, Kalia Cooper, who just hit a game-winning shot the other night, Sabrina, Chelsea Gray. That is a stacked ass team. Of course, you're not gonna get. I don't care about the ratings. This is about winning gold here, people. That is what it's about. So I don't care if Colin Cowherd is up here talking about it would be a ratings boom. I don't care about that. I care about, are we going to win and bring home the gold? That is the most important thing. And I'll even read it to you. He says that Christian Laettner made the dream team. Caitlin Clark can't make the women's Olympic basketball team, ? What mostly pays for Olympics? Revenue generated from broadcasting partners, as in TV. As in Caitlin is TV gold, opportunity wasted. Who we making the money for? Colin? Who are we making the money? We don't see any of that. Do you get a little bit of that? I don't understand. The TV networks, you're worried about NBC making more money? Who gives a shit? They're gonna cancel the Olympics because it's down on TV because you didn't watch it because Caitlin Clark's not on the team. Who gives a shit? I want to know, are we gonna win the gold? I don't care about that. I want the best player out there. If she's the best player 4 years from now, I want her leading the team. If she's the second best player, I want her to be the second best player on the team. And if she's not, she ain't gonna be on the team. I don't care if it's her, Angel Reese, Cameron Brink, Juju Watkins, who's coming, Paige Buckers up there in Connecticut, Paige Buckets. I don't care. Whoever it is about who is going to bring home the gold. Colin, I don't understand that part. Now, Damian Woody also says the Caitlin Clark discourse has basically devolved into one big culture war. True, but Damian, you've missed the last 2 national championship games. You must have, because it's been Iowa versus a predominantly black team, and it showed it's ugly-headed. So that's why I'm saying, as a whole, we have to step back. There's not the money, there's not the infrastructure to keep these ladies safe the way they needs to be. It just is not. And I'm going to say it. It's not me being sexist or anything like that. In the 80s, when the Lakers went to Boston, they had all these raucous crowds. The team by themselves was 6'10", 200-something pounds and ready to roll. I know you're going to have to bring your lunch. You just are. With you all's teams, you all are professional athletes that need to be protected. And it is what it is. I don't have any shame saying that. Even though these women may be, like, say, Angel Reese is 6'3", but she's 130, 140 pounds. Okay? People will think they can try to maybe assault her or fight her or whatever, or someone equivalent. I'm not saying Angel Reese in particular, but they may think, oh, I may have a physical advantage over them. They are not going to have that same thought process about a 6'8", 250 Magic Johnson. They're going to need a whole bunch of people. So I don't have any shame saying that. I do have a lot of shame in how everyone is acting, and I don't want them to be put in a dangerous situation, because again, the crazies have Wi-Fi too, and that's the reason why I'm saying this. Everybody needs to take a step back. I don't care about Team USA having somebody there for the TV ratings. I don't care if it's Angel Reese, my girl Flau'jae, if she Big Foe comes into the league and goes into the Olympic tryouts. If she's not the best person, she shouldn't be on the team either. So I don't care who it is. We want to win. Number 2, I don't care about the perception. We need to protect our ladies at the WNBA, and that starts with not only paying them more, but having better protection for them, because that's why they got charter planes, not because of one particular person. It's because it became untenable, and it became untenable because of crazies meeting the teams once they get off the bus. And you could see it in this video. You could see it in the tweets explaining that video with the teammate Michaela of the Chicago Sky saying, interesting how the video posted was edited. It doesn't include when he harassed our staff while calling us ghetto bees. I'm pretty sure I know what bees are, and saying women's sports isn't bleak. We're not about to normalize things like this, and we're not. And that's why I made this video. I don't care who disagrees with me on this. We need to protect our WNBA players, not only financially, to keep them here during the off season, because we know what can happen with Brittany Griner being a prime example. So we need to pay these ladies more. We need to protect them and keep them in safer spaces, and we need more money in the game to keep them with adequate security force. And we need the WNBA to step in to eliminate this physical play, because it's becoming, the product is now at risk of falling outside of the court. Inside the court, I'm sure people love seeing physical play. We could get a Malice in a Palace situation, and nobody wants that. We literally can, because we've seen it happen before. And you get people you're going from smaller venues. The Washington Mystics are just in my mind playing the Indiana Fever. Wherever they play, they moved it to the Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. so they could have a bigger crowd. You got 20,000 people that are into it. They have a sold out crowd. They are into the game. So you can easily have a Malice at the Palace, Malice at the Capital One Arena type of situation if something happens. That is not far-fetched. We've seen it before. People are there, they want their team to win, or they want to be there to see their favorite player that they have an affection for. If something happens to them, or they feel like they're getting picked on, it can spill out into the streets, or it can spill out into the arena. Nobody wants that. And if something like that happens, I don't want it to happen, but I'm telling you now, I've said it, my piece, and I've said it. So I'm hoping that it hits the right ears. So everybody get better on all the courts. Heritage Sports.